Look at the concentration of the face now of Lars van der Haar and Laurens Sweeck. Who's going to take them historic race here in Middelkerke? We're green, let's go racing. It's Michael van Turenhout straight down the centre. Van der Putte trying to get a big start here. Felipe Orts, also the Spanish champ, but Van der Putte gets a good start, battling though on the outside. You're going to get Kevin Kuhn on the outside here, just gives away slightly there to his teammate who came up on his outside, but the Swiss man gets a great start.
Yeah, we know Kevin Kuhn is a super fast starter, and we know Michael van Turenhout has actually had some sickness this last week, and so he's pretty fresh. He would have had a lot of recovery after the World Championships, and he's going to be going for this race today.
We're on lap 2, and Lars van der Haar, the man that's second in the Telenet Superprestige Series overall, has now come through to the front. In terms of the general classification in this race, Eli Iserbyt taking the series last year. He's in second place there. Lars van der Haar took it in that 2022-23 season. Eli Iserbyt in the 21-2 season. Toon Aerts won overall 2021. Laurens Sweeck has had a win in the 2019-20 season. Mathieu van der Poel, hat-trick of overall wins between the 2016-17 and 18-19 seasons. Wout van Aert back in 2015-16, and Mathieu van der Poel winning in that 2014-15 season. Niels van der Putte looking to take a big classification for the first time in his career. Our leaders go through, Joris Nieuwenhuis and Eli Iserbyt. The gap, though, is small. Just a few seconds back to Lars van der Haar, Michael van Turenhout, Niels van der Putte, Toon Aerts it is. And then you've got Jens Adams just leading through that next group. So van der Putte and Toon Aerts going through. And what you're seeing as well, Helen, which is another demonstration of where we are in the season, is the riders just out of that final corner and just looking around, kicking back. We don't see it very much now, where the race almost lets up after a fast start. It's normally warp speed from start to finish. Iserbyt dismounts to the front, fast legs now. Eli Iserbyt starts to up the pace for Iserbyt. The lap time, 6:22, 6:26, a 6:19. That lap 4, a 6:14, then a 6:24 and a 6:29 for our leader. He looks to me like he's just starting to just put in those little jabs now to the group, just to see how everyone is feeling behind him. I'll just give you an idea of who is. So Jens Adams through in 9th spot. We're still looking back for Felipe Orts of Ridley Racing Team, who's currently in 10th place, but 51 seconds down on that group. And then Toon van den Bos behind him. Those two are together with Kay de Breukere. So they've got a bit of time. They've got a bit of a gap to make up between themselves and the group in front of them, who are Vitse Meyusen, who's currently 12 seconds down. Van der Putte just, Nieuwenhuis there, just trying to control that speed over the bank. Iserbyt starting to just throw in these little attacks here. You can see, watch the constant acceleration out of these corners of Iserbyt as he gets the traction. Another little power punch there for Iserbyt. Little glance over the shoulder just to see what Nieuwenhuis is doing, and if his moves are starting to edge him clear of his challenger. Van der Haar just having to unclip that foot as he came up onto that bank.
You can see there's quite a lot of variance in the camber of the hills as well, even though it looks like some of them are really flat. That one where Van der Haar just had to put a foot down is actually slightly off camber. And so the going up and the turning, and that's where you need the grip, like you said about before. That's when those tyres are giving you the grip. But it also, you need to get the right lines. You know, if you pedal too early on one side, you're closer to the bank, and so you could keep your pedal, and then that's when we saw Nieuwenhuis have to jump off. And so this course is an absolutely brilliant course. Oh no, mistake there by Iserbyt. He didn't make it over the bank.
He certainly is laying down the power into the sand, and he's opened up a bit of a gap here to Michael van Turenhout as Joris Nieuwenhuis surfs that sand perfectly. Van Turenhout, Iserbyt and Van der Putte, but this is Joris Nieuwenhuis's bid for glory, and you can see the elbows and the shoulders are going here for Van Turenhout. Iserbyt, perhaps sensing the fatigue of his teammate, comes over the top as Van Turenhout gets really, really close to that barrier as he goes left. It's going to be up to Iserbyt for Pau Sals and Sybil Clementines to bring this one back and keep the hopes alive for this. Joris Nieuwenhuis, another attack, rides that perfectly.
This is the section that Iserbyt's good at as well, these tight corners, tight banks. But Nieuwenhuis has held that gap, hasn't he? And if not slightly extended it with the speed that he took off of that last descent going into this powerful straight section.
You can see the gears that they're rolling, really evident, the gear that Iserbyt's pushing.
And there's very little left of this course, and he is really powerful in these straight lines. It's really going to be hard for Iserbyt to come back and close that gap. He's trying, but now Iserbyt looks behind and sees Van der Putte, and that's what he needs to stay away from next.
This is the moment. The man is back. The return of Joris Nieuwenhuis. He takes one of the most historic crosses here in Middelkerke for the Ridley Racing team. What a ride. And behind him, Eli Iserbyt settles for second. Third place, great podium for our series winner. It is a big moment in the career of Niels van der Putte as he adds his name to a who's who of big champions in cyclocross. Great challenge, you would say, and you would expect nothing else from Lars van der Haar. But Nieuwenhuis is back.